my YouTube channel. And today is not like any other day. This is a very, very special day. We're going on a rally. We're doing a real car rally with a real car. This is the Morgan Plus4. We're going to tell you all about it. You're going to see everything that goes on over the next 48 hours. It's going to be mad. It's going to be exciting. We're with other cars and we're just going to be driving 168 miles to Bowcliffe Hall, which is up in York. It's a tremendous trip, a tremendous car. I've got some tremendous company and I'm starting from a tremendous place called Hanbury Manor Golf and Country Club in Hertfordshire. Let's get in the car, let's get going, and let's see what happens along the way, because who knows? What are we taking? 2.5 hours, we've done 168 miles, I'll let you do the math on that one. It's been a gentle cruise up here. This car was built for this type of driving. It's absolutely stunning. You'd think it'd be throwing you all over the place. It is smooth as butter, absolutely beautiful. Again, we'll talk about the car in a little while when we do the review. This is the fabulous Beaucliffe Hall, and we're between Harrogate and Leeds, which is quite a long way from the middle of nowhere. And we're about to go out on a fantastic rally afterwards where we're going to go all through a national park, which would be amazing. We'll show you some of that in a minute. But for now it's time for lunch because we are starving, and we're going to get inside and I'm going to show you a little bit about Beaucliffe Hall. And the owner himself, Jonathan Turner, is going to be joining us, and there's going to be a lovely interview with Jonathan because he owns his own road race club here and a number of other things that he's involved with. So if you want to see that interview, just click up here now and you can watch that separately so we don't drag this thing out all the way. So no more chit chat from me. Let's get inside the house. Let me have a quick show around with you. Follow me round it. Look at this. Guys, I mean, this is a proper big stately home. It's amazing. Look up there. Beautiful staircase. But the first thing you're going to notice as you walk in here, the owner of this house loves his cars. Check out the pictures. These are the old delivery cars, and that's how the house used to look years and years ago. And it still doesn't look much different. It's amazing. Some great pieces of art on the wall. And then things like this. A full-sized blade from a propeller from a plane. So that's given us even more clues if we were having who lives in a house like this, but we do know because we've already spilled the beans on that one. This guy obviously loves his aeroplanes as much as he loves his cars, and that'll all become apparent when we go and visit his treehouse in a minute. So cut there, and I'm going to show you around the members bar area because they have members here. It's like a road race club. It's very interesting. Right, so here we are, right in the heart of the building. And this is the members bar area. Come in and have a look. It's pretty stunning. The first thing you're going to notice is all the lovely leather banquettes and the chairs. They're very, very car sort of orientated. Even the mats. Look, the mats have the logo on there of the club, which is fantastic. It's lovely. And right up here, taking precedence over the whole room is the Spirit of Ecstasy, which is all lit up. I mean, it's just simply amazing. Look around you. This is a labyrinth of nostalgia and car history and people who've raced, and it's just everything a petrolhead would love to come and see. And it is just the most superb place Let's have a walk through because I want to show you a couple of other bits. Out here you've got a lovely terrace and you're allowed to sit out there and they do a lovely menu with wines and soft drinks and all things and coffee and afternoon teas. It's a great place to come and visit and it's open if you want to come in. So it's Bowcliffe Hall, don't forget. And through here, this is like a little lounge area which is great. But before I go any further, look, check out all the hats, guys. I mean, this is amazing. When you come here, you can be anybody you want to be. For instance, you know, there's a good one. I feel a bit like Benny Hill. Nobody will remember who Benny Hill is. You're all too young. Oh, whoops. Oh, there we go. Love it. So many lovely hats. Anyway, enough of the hats. Follow me through here. Isn't this beautiful? It's a bronze. And I think that could be Jonathan himself in his lovely, lovely Bentley. You never know. Follow me through here because this is a stunning room. And there we go, just above us here. Cameraman's got to turn around and look at that. That is an archetypical piece of bronze. Look at it, it is the Jaguar. You can see here, look at it, it's amazing. It's coming right out of the wall there. And I love all these bits. Everywhere you look, there's something to find. And the first thing I did find when we walked around here was something rather special to my own heart, to one of my heroes, Mr. Hefner, sadly departed. But this is an original copy of one of the first issues, and it's just here for people to read. Yeah, well, rather nice. I don't have cars all the time. You've got all these wonderful pieces around you. I mean, it's just so much to look at, so much to take in. But the one thing which I mentioned as we came in, we've got to go and have a look at something that Jonathan built a few years ago, and it's called the treehouse. But if you're thinking like a little treehouse, forget it. Follow me, I'm going to take you down there. Let's cut there. So on the walk to the treehouse, I found this. And this isn't a toy, it's not a model, this is the real thing. Okay, the guns aren't real, but look at it, guys, it's proper, it actually moves. And that shows the quirkiness of the owner of this place, Jonathan Turner himself. Not only does he love his cars, loves his planes, but he's also a true Brit, because he absolutely loves his nostalgic pieces. Check out the red telephone box just down there. I mean, a true iconic piece of architecture that it was everywhere 20, 30 years ago. All gone now, but there's one here. And there's a plane here as well. I'd love to go up on this. Let's get down the treehouse because I've got so much more to show you while we're here. So when Jonathan decided to build a treehouse, what you see behind me is his vision of a treehouse. Whatever he does seems to be on a bigger, grander level than anyone else ever does. So you've really got to come inside and see this. He pays homage to some of his flying heroes with beautiful statues. And then the other side you will see beautiful carvings of eagles and birds that had the right to fly in the sky before man even took to the wing. Let's get inside and have a look at what Jonathan's built here. The first thing you'll notice, you won't see them unfortunately because this is broad daylight, but during the night time there's little runway lights here and they actually flicker up and down like a proper runway. It's pretty amazing. Look out over there how this thing was built. It just beggars belief. I mean, when they say let's build a tree house, check it out. I mean, it is literally 50 feet flying in the air. It's almost self-supporting itself amidst all the lovely trees. Let's get inside and check out what he has built from scratch. So even from the minute you walk through the door, the attention to detail here is phenomenal. Pictures, even a reception desk that's made from a cowling from an old airplane engine. And it's solid as well, it's amazing. And it doesn't stop there. You think when you're putting in toilets and things like that for guests, yeah, just stick handles on them. But no, here, they've actually gone to the trouble of making little propellers as the handles to go into the toilets. It's phenomenal. Follow me around because this place just gets better and better. It is huge. There's so many people can fit in here. You've got different areas as well and they can be separated off. But check out the chairs. This is a boardroom. I mean, it is just phenomenal. All the lovely aircraft grade aluminium that's been used to make these. Every single piece is bespoke. Looking around, we've got more propellers on the wall here. And we've got lovely contraptions like this. An old sort of flying bicycle machine. Looks like some sort of man-made powered flying machine. It's mad. Follow me down here. Right through here is lovely pictures of old times gone by, and the guy that used to live here. That's hence why all this aircraft nostalgia. And through here, what I really think is the pièce de la résistance, in the word of Del Boy. This is the bar, but look at it. It's beautiful. It's polished aluminium. That was half of a huge jet engine. There's the cowling bit at the front. And over here, they're just setting up at the moment, unfortunately. And there is a massive table made out of the whole wing of an aeroplane. And you can see 24 people around it. The views out is just phenomenal. And as I said, there are other reflections of flight within this whole place. Looking out over there at the eagle that's been carved into the top of the tree. It's just a beautiful place to be. And it is a stunning place to hold an event here as well. And whether it's corporate or whether you're going to come here and get married and you just want that flight theme. You could even have all the waitresses and waiters dressed as flight attendants if you want. It's a stunning place. Got to hand it to Jonathan, and we're going to talk to him all about this and why he built it later on. So don't forget, all you have to do is click up there when you see it drop down if you want to watch that interview. So there you have it. This is Bowcliffe Hall. You've seen the treehouse, you've seen the drivers club, and you've witnessed some amazing pieces of sculpture, is the only way of putting it. Jonathan's here quite a lot of the time, and if you're lucky he'll come and say hi to you. He's a very approachable chap. We've had a fantastic time here. We've had a lovely bit of lunch. We're now heading off on the rally. So for the next instalment of the Morgan Road rally trip to the Yorke Arms, catch up with us in a minute. Here we are in the Yorkshire Dales in the Morgan Plus4. I mean, what an amazing place. I've never seen it like this. Normally this place is notoriously wet and rainy and cold. Today it's sort of 26 degrees. It's the perfect weather for this car, and we've got the roof down and the doors off. I mean, everything's just ticking every single box that you would ever want for a road trip. It's absolutely stunning, guys. I mean, totally loving every minute. We've got the backup car behind us just in case, because there's no room for luggage in here, so we've had to put everything in the back in the other car. It's just a phenomenal experience. We've been up here for 2 days now. We've had fantastic hospitality. We've been to some amazing places which you've seen in the video there, but above and beyond all, this car has just behaved impeccably. I couldn't have picked a better car to come and enjoy Yorkshire's finest, and that's exactly what we're doing now. Guys, just enjoy the view for the next couple of minutes. I'll even put some fantastic music on for you to have a little listen to. Just arrived at the Yorke Arms, which is in the middle of nowhere. We came right across the moors, down all the hills. We've done a bit of filming for you, so hopefully watch that piece. We'll do it for a bit of music as well, so you can just watch that experience. It is stunning. There were sheep everywhere, there was cattle grids, it was just mad. But we had so much fun, and this little car is beyond belief. Now, the Yorke Arms behind me, haven't checked in yet. We're going in to have a look, and we're going to have a super meal, and tonight Jonathan, who owns Beaucliffe Hall, where we were earlier, is going to come and join us and tell us loads of stories about all his adventures. So let's continue with this adventure and see what happens. So far so good. We've only taken off once. Shh, mustn't talk about that. But what a great experience. Morgan, this is the perfect car to take when you're doing a road trip around York and the Yorkshire Dales. in the Yorkshire Dales, and I'm with, as I promised, Jonathan Turner. Jonathan, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, he did actually join us last night, but that's another story, because we had a great meal, and we're at the Yorke Arms, aren't we?
We are.
And you can tell me all about that in a minute, but before we go any further, the one thing you can obviously see in shot, Jonathan, this lovely car, is this yours?
It is my car, and yeah, it's an 8C Triumph Dolomite. There's only 2 of them in the world.
Triumph Dolomite?
Dolomite, yes. Not the one you're thinking of, it's slightly different, 1931, and Donald Healey built it. Donald Healey, as in Austin Healey.
Yes.
Built it to do the Monte Carlo rally in, and he came 8th, 1934.
In this car?
In this very car, yeah.
That is just beautiful.
It's got his initials on the front, Dolomite, DMH1.
You've got to see the initials on the front, it's stunning. I mean, you love your cars, don't you?
I do.
Or is that an understatement?
No, I do. I love rare cars. I love rare cars, and this is clearly a very, very rare car. So there, DMH1. Donald Mitchell Healey was his name.
Wow.
And this was, he built these cars, he built 3 of them.
Yeah.
One of them got ruined, we hit a train on the first Monte Carlo rally that he did, wrote it off, and then there's only 2 left.
Surprisingly, he survived.
Yeah, it is very surprised. The whole front end was smashed up.
Oh God, what a shame. Yeah. But you also, I mean, we went to Bowcliffe Hall yesterday, which is also one of your places that you love to hang out. Yeah. And you've got aeroplanes there, and a treehouse, and oh my God.
Yeah. Stuff.
Yeah, just stuff.
Yeah,
stuff. You never ever stop with stuff.
No, I like collecting interesting, eclectic things, and hence the Yorke Arms.
Yeah. Interesting eclectic things. On my left shoulder you will see the Yorke Arms. Tell us a little bit, how did you get involved in this?
It's really, in Yorkshire, the village that we're in, Ramsgill, it's a really, really iconic, it's a Michelin star restaurant, as you know, but it's just an iconic building. It's a beautiful, one of the most beautiful villages, quite frankly.
It really is. It's stunning.
So when I heard it was for sale, I thought, what I don't want to happen, being a proud Yorkshireman, is somebody from Lancashire buys it, which would be a disaster, or even worse, somebody from London. So I thought somebody from Yorkshire, who's proud of Yorkshire, has to buy the Yorke Arms. So I bought it. There's no logic to it other than that.
So, but you'd obviously been here before.
Yeah, and Frances Atkins, who's the Michelin star chef, is incredibly famous. She's one of only 7 Michelin star female chefs in the whole country. And Frances wanted to retire, and we met each other. We got on really well. We're hitting off, and I said, look, why would you retire? Come and work with me. Let's work together. I can work my magic in terms of the building and the interiors and all that stuff. Yeah. You and your team keep doing the food, and see what happens.
And you really have worked your magic on this.
I think so.
So guys, if you want to see inside, click up here. It's going to drop down in a second. Yeah, up there. I love the way he does that. Click up there and you can see the video of the inside of the Yorke Arms. Well worth a little look. Anyway, so how long have you been involved with this? Not very long.
Not very long, 7, 8 months.
And you completely renovated?
Gutted the whole place. Yeah, we've done 20 bedrooms.
20?
Restaurant, and obviously the residence lounge, we've done the bar, and we've done 20 bedrooms. Ensuite bed.
And Frances is still here?
Yeah, she's still here, same team. All her team in the kitchen are the same, the housekeeping team is the same, the bar staff is the same. Everything is the same, apart from the quite a large amount of money that we spent on the interior.
But that's the thing about you. You do love to keep things as they were, don't you? If that's a good way of describing it.
Yeah, it's like cars. You have to restore and look after these things. Triggers, broom, and all that. This is a very, very old car, but it's been restored quite a few times. And it's safe. I know the brakes work. It's the same in there. The building has been restored. Yeah. But it needs to look like it did in 1910, 1912, when other people like you and I turned up in their cars, because this was a coaching inn. It still is.
Right.
They used to come here in some beautiful old charabancs and motor cars. In the early part of last century. And that's what we're doing now. Same thing. You and the Morgan, me and the Triumph. Yeah,
well, we drove here yesterday. I mean, obviously you've seen that in the previous part of the video and stuff. And the drive here is spectacular. You gave us a great route. We came through past the brewery.
Yeah, you went through Massam.
Yeah. There's a brewery there. Try the beers. Absolutely unbelievable. I had this stout that tasted coffee. I'm not going to get into too much on that.
That's a Yorkshire beer.
Oh,
Theakston's.
Theakston's,
that's
it.
The world.
Yeah. So what's next for you? I mean, you've got pub, you've got, this massive hall.
I can't tell you, Andy, my wife's going mad. She says, slow down, you do too much, I've
still got a wife?
I've got, just hanging on.
And are you doing any more drives anywhere?
Yeah, in September I'm going to India in my old vintage Bentley, as you do. So we're flying into Delhi, and then we're driving up through northern India. We're going into Nepal, Kathmandu, through up towards Everest, and then back down, and we finish at Agra, Taj Mahal. 5 weeks around India.
Just a little trek
with my son.
But you're most famous for driving, is it from Peking to London?
Peking to Paris, yeah.
Peking to Paris.
To replicate what they did in 1907. So in 1997 I drove the same Bentley, get this, China, Tibet, Nepal, India, Pakistan, Iran into Turkey. The Iranian-Turkish border was a bit dodgy. and then from Turkey to Greece to Italy. Where did we go from Italy? I think I can't remember, Belgium. Anyway, we ended up in Paris. So wow. Like 13 different countries. Driving through Pakistan, amazing.
Really?
We camped at Everest, so when we drove through Nepal, you sort of literally drive around a corner. You're looking for it. You think, well, it's got a bloody great big mountain, but you can't really see it. And then we came around a corner and there it was. And I just cried. I mean, it was amazing.
You just see Everest.
You just see Everest. Yeah, and you're in a vintage Bentley and you're bloody freezing. But you just see this massive mountain. You think, you grow up talking about Everest, and then when you see it in the 1920s, sat there, and I sat on the side of the car and I just cried. I genuinely, I looked at Everest, and I was blown.
One of those moments.
Yeah, one of those moments.
So is there anything in your life you've yet to achieve? Have you got there, like,
Loads. There's loads of places I want to go. There's loads of things I want to do. There's life's too short. The old Steve McQueen thing we talked about last night. If you ain't living life on the edge, you ain't living. Yeah. There's so many things that we should all do if we're lucky enough to do it.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I'm lucky enough to meet you, and I've been lucky enough to stay at the Yorke Arms, guys. If you do get a chance to come up here and sample some of France's cuisine, and you never know, this gentleman might be floating around, which he inevitably does. Driving around, not floating. Come and check out the Yorke Arms, fabulous place. Bowcliffe Hall, as I told you yesterday, another fantastic place. Is Beauclif open to the public?
No, good God, no.
You're not allowed to go there.
Unless you speak to Andy.
If you speak to me, I might be able to get you in, because I know a man who might be able to twist it for you.
A man who can.
Jonathan Turner,
thanks for
pleasure as always.
Thank you for being
Love
here.
seeing you. Thank you for inviting me. Guys, don't forget, if you like this, smash that thumbs up, because you know I love that, and subscribe, because we need more stuff like this, and thanks to you guys subscribing, we get to do more stuff and show you this. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a triumph block and triumph head, and then this is all from my aircraft.
And I mean, all this stuff now, this is all bespoke made, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very lovely veins, I think it's crazy. And that's the blower wedge in there.
That's the supercharger.
It's fine. It's totally really good. I did a good job driving. There was nothing untoward going on at all.
That's so
really fine. No drama.
Look at the RAC number on there. 001 RAC, so that's the RAC. When they do the scrutineering for Monte Carlo, I love it. Stamped.
So here we are, day 2 of the rally, and it's a little special treat. Jonathan has organised for us to come on a clay pigeon shoot, and we are in one of the most fantastic places in the world I've ever been. Just look around you guys, I mean, this is beautiful. So the guys are just checking out which guns they want to use, and then we'll crack on and we'll show you a bit of filming too. Oh, very, very exciting. So we're down here, we're clay pigeon shooting, and the 2 finalists are having a shoot off. They get 20 clays, and it's whoever shoots the most, and you'll see how good this is. I'm going to step out of the way and let you watch this, because it's quite a thing to watch. Go for it. Here we go. That's 1. That's 2. Incoming. Here we go. 3. Oh, I think this
can't have a draw again,
that can categorically be said. Big boys' toys going completely apeshit in a field in the middle of Yorkshire somewhere.
Right, I've got an idea.
Check it out.
Set something up at the end of the field. I was warned off by this by my mother, who had a serious bike accident when she was younger. Oh, dude. So I'm in no way fucking allowed, but I would be totally game on. I guess you are a bike rider then.
Yeah. Oh shit, here we go. What the fuck? Holy crap!
Yes.
Hold on! Oh my god! Fuck!
Shit! It's pretty smooth, in all fairness.
Pretty smooth!
It's pretty smooth back here.
You look terrified! I'm shitting myself.
I had it in, I didn't have it in the right point, but I didn't work for it.
Unbelievable.